Hello everybody. I know that a lot of people have been making project motor racing content, especially reviewers, about how terrible the game is. And while I understand these concerns, and most of them are valid, I do understand as well that there is actually a good part about this game. So instead of looking at it into the negative light, I want to put a spotlight right now on what's really good about the game and what I actually love. So what I want to do is I just want to jump into a race here and just kind of talk about a couple of things real quick about what I really like. So that way you have an understanding of what's really good about the game already. Just keep in mind that this game is in the first week still, so there's going to be a lot more upgrades in the future. So right now I'm just focusing on what the game is right now. First week after release. So we're going to be jumping into a race here at Spa with the 911, so let's drive. I adjusted a lot of my force feedback already on the Fanatec DD Plus to really fine tune it. Once you fine tune it, force feedback's actually quite nice, so let's get going. I really don't know still on how to start these races. Oh, okay. Let's just restart that. So the first thing I want to talk about is sound. So as you can hear, it sounds really good when you take off from the start. The tire squeal sounds really good. Also the tire slip sounds pretty decent. Okay, let's see how the AI handles this. A little bit of first corner incidents, nothing too bad.
Nothing, just an incident.
Also, you can hear the inside of the car. Sounds pretty good. Oh, forgot to shift. The straight cut gears sounds pretty good to me. Wind noise is a major win for this game. What's going on here? Yeah, especially if you drive an open top car, like the Audi Le Mans R8s, they just sound phenomenal. So even braking, I love the. Ooh, that's a little bit late. I'll brake myself. Oof, messing this corner up. I'm still getting used to the. There was somebody there. I'm still getting used to the feel of everything in this game. I only have a couple hours in, to be honest, so I just wanted to give you my first impressions on what I like about it. Oh god damn. It's really hard, and I don't want to complain, but it's really hard to know where everybody is without the radar and only having one screen and not being able to really look in your mirrors. Kind of have to know. Whew. You have to be aware of everything for sure. So the next thing that's quite nice actually is the force feedback. I know a lot of people have been complaining about force feedback, but once you tweak it, and now with the patch, or second patch I guess, it's actually not too bad, but you gotta make sure that you know what the car is doing, and sometimes it's hard to tell, because the weird thing about this game is that some force feedback in some cars is really good, and then other cars it feels completely different, like it's a different game. So there's a little bit of issues with that. I think they can probably fix that, but once you have a car that works well, the force feedback is quite nice. I was hoping for full force from Fanatec because they said it was going to be on launch, but I mean, I haven't seen it. It's not in the game yet, so let's hope that comes in soon, because I really wanted to try that out, because I actually have never tried out full force on my wheel yet. Because this is also, I should mention, the PlayStation edition, so I'm on PS5 right now, not PC. So maybe it'll be on PC first, who knows. Okay, I'll brake myself again, but kind of losing track of everybody else here. The sense of speed is also quite good in this game. I mean, it's not magnificent, but compared to other games like GT7, the sense of speed is quite nice. Especially in the GT3 cars and all that, and the older cars. I find that in the hyper cars, it's not really the same. The hyper cars kind of lack that sense of speed. How did I set a purple sector? Anyways, another nice thing too is, it's like this race too, I can just jump in right away and it loads pretty quickly. Like the user interface is quite nice and simple, which is good for somebody like me. I like to keep it simple. And yeah, so loading into a race, you can just kind of sit down and start racing pretty quickly here. So you can do career mode, which is interesting. And then you can also do like just like this one, just jump in the race and go pick your car, pick the track, pick the difficulty, and you're off to the races, no pun intended. I am not doing a very good job here. Now this is a newer GT3 car, but the older cars in this game, like the classic cars, actually feel very, very nice to drive. There's a lot more feel to them, which is kind of what I was explaining before too, is that some force feedback on some vehicles is really nice, and then other cars feel completely different. So I think they really made this game for focus on the classic cars, and then added the modern cars into it kind of after the fact. But I mean, that's fine, they can do that. But I was hoping it was going to be all on the same level, but so far the first real big patch here seems like the GT3 cars act a lot better already, so that should be fixed quite soon, I'm assuming. So the thing about the cars is that there's a quite nice variety of different classes and categories. I mean, it's not huge, there's not a huge list, but it is nice enough that there's at least probably like 5 to 10 cars in each category, except for, of course, the single car categories. So that's nice to see that there's some variety and not just like 3 cars in the game or something like that. So when you're racing, there's enough different cars that it doesn't feel like it's really generated and like just a simple race. So that is nice to see for sure. So there's already been major improvements in the AI. In the first couple races that I did when it just came out, the AI was just taking me out left, right, and center because they didn't know I existed. Right now, it does actually seem that the AI is aware of you and they avoid you. So although it's not the best AI I've ever seen, it's not up to par with Sophie on GT7 or something like that, it is decent right now. And again, that should definitely get more improved over time. I do like the career mode in this game, the way they marketed it as like your actual racing career. It's pretty cool. So you can really look after your career is what it comes down to. So what I'm getting from this is there's definitely a Project Cars 2 vibe to it. Even when you boot up, you get that race engineer talking in your ear, the music, just something about it. And I do like that. Don't get me wrong. I actually really enjoy Project Cars 2. Right now I have mixed feelings about the game because in my head this was going to be my game of the year and it was going to be perfect, and I know I shouldn't have thought about that, but here we are. I even bought the whole pack, so the DLCs as well. I was a little disappointed in the beginning, but I do know that there's going to be... Oh man. Oh man, once the tires are cooked. Heavy damage. Heavy damage. You can kind of feel it. I don't know if that's in the game or if that's just my head, but I feel like the car's not acting right. So what I was saying is I'm a little disappointed in the game. There's some nice things about it for sure. I think the bones are there, the foundation for it to be a very good game, but right now I think, you know, they're building on it. They're hoping that there's going to be some customer feedback. God. Yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, I'm not going to lie, and I think most of the criticism it's getting right now is, yeah, it's valid, you know, even when I'm playing it, you know, it's still valid. It's not the perfect game for sure. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, that's kind of unique to this game, I notice, is the marbles. The marbles are flying on you when you get close to, you know, somebody else on the track that is driving offline, and marbles fly on the windshield and you get a little bit of sound. That's pretty cool. It's a nice touch. That makes it a little bit more realistic. I'm just flying past this guy now. So anyways, like I was saying, the game has a good foundation. I think after about half a year or so, I think it should be pretty good. It feels all right now, but it could be improved. So Project Motor Racing is definitely a good game in my book, or at least will be a good game. I think they have it, you know, pretty figured out on what they want to do in their head. I think they just need to fulfill what they were thinking about, and you know, I think we'll just have to wait and see for about 6 months or so, and I think they might be able to polish this quite well. I'm not going to say what it is, and from there on we'll just enjoy this game. If you're interested in my gear that I'm reusing right now, I'll put it in the description below. God. So I've crashed again. So yes, if you're interested in this gear that I'm sitting in, I have an affiliate link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.